Welcome back to our channel, Warriors. We are still growing 19,100 and climbing. When I swear, when we hit 20,000, I'm going to do a giveaway, a bash, the whole nine. Baby bash. If you haven't already had that county coroner that drives that meat wagon, smash that subscribe button. Go and have them smash it right now. First and foremost, let me give a shout out to the following patrons. Fuck your chest pains. Priya these nuts. Lockdown 5. Crystal Bond, La Reina, Raymond, Tony Rex, Hernan, Michael Mua, Winston, Alejandro, Trelero 760, Grant, El Skid, Nathan, Hobie Cat, Lead with Love, Albert 12, AI Vega, Fio, Esquiel, Big Bad 48, JT, Nova, Jack, Linda, Angel, Michigan Wolverines, Mikey 559, the homie Marius, Chevelle 66, Abuelita's Journey, Gigi, and Daus Herrero. If you have not already signed up for that Patreon, make sure you hit that link in the description below. You are definitely missing out. This episode right here, man, I started it off by having you have the county coroner smash that subscribe button. That's the person that comes up and picks up the dead bodies, man. Hector, how the hell would you know that? Well, as you know, I worked for the California Department of Corrections for 16 years as an officer, a sergeant, and a lieutenant. Well, Hector, during that time frame, did you see any murders take place? Yeah. Yes, unfortunately, yes. That's what this whole episode is about. What the episode was going to be about, or is about, is murder a serious matter in prison, right? And I was hitting somebody up on the Instagram, letting them know that was going to be the topic for today's video this morning. And they're like, hey, man, like, it doesn't even seem serious, like, anywhere right now, right? It seems like the fucking thing to do in a weird way. Like, nah, don't get crazy with it. Here we go. It just, it lost its fucking shock value, right? And I've talked about this before in other episodes. When something loses its shock value as serious as that, that's a serious matter. This is the best way I can present it to you guys. In prison, it's not that big of a deal. Well, Hector, what the hell do you mean it's not that big of a deal? I mean, it's almost expected. It's almost expected. You have a area full of convicted felons. Some of them, most of them, violent history, violent tendencies, right? Fucking some of them are in there for committing the act of murder, right? Some of them have a couple bodies under their belt. For instance, if you go to a bar out on the street, it would be common to see a bar fight, right? And that's why it's called a bar fight. Now, if you're at Vaughn's shopping inside and you're in the candy aisle and you see a fucking fisticuffs break out, that's not normal. That's kind of abnormal, right? Nobody ever says, oh, look at the fight club at the Vaughn's. That's kind of just, that's out of place. Well, murder in prison kind of goes hand to hand. Do murders occur on a daily basis? Not daily, bi-weekly, for sure, month. I mean, they'll post what they want to post on the Sacramento Bee or whatever, but look at fucking High Desert, Salinas, Kern Valley, North Kern. They're just offing dudes left and right. So what does it look like? What do they look like for Greenside? There's different ways a murder can go down. One of them is, let's say you got some active gang members from criminal organizations, right? They send a one time, they send a wheela, they send a text message, a FaceTime, a WhatsApp video conference call, and they say, I want this dude right here, Smiley, sent to Brazil. Oh, well, I watched Mundo, and sending somebody to Brazil means to take their wind, to fucking kill them, to take them off the face of this earth, right? Wipe them out for whatever reason. We're not going to get into the reason. We're just going to get into the act of the murder. So you'll have two shooters, as they call them, armed with inmate manufactured weapons. Now, you have to understand that these weapons are purposely made to kill somebody, meaning they're going to be pretty damn long, as opposed to just checking somebody. They're going to be long, they're going to be extremely sharp. They're going to get the job done. The tenacity, the ferocity, the dedication, the repercussions if the job doesn't get carried out correctly, all of this plays into a role. So let's just say you send 2 guys to murder 1 guy. That's going to be cut and dry. Right? They're going to go over there, they're going to hit him where it counts, in the all up in the torso, upper torso, chest area, right all up in the heart, underneath the fucking armpits, right? They might even blast him in the fucking neck a couple times. While Green responding, holy shit, I'm getting a fucking FaceTime. I don't think I've ever gotten a fucking FaceTime. Hello? Yeah, it's in the fridge. I'm in the middle of making a video. All right. Holy shit, man. I don't know. Oh, I think because my phone's on fucking silent, but I got those people that can tap in, right? The special people. Man. Look, without skipping a beat, man. Green responds, "Are we upset about the murder?" I'm going to keep it real with you guys. No, we're not upset. What would we be upset about? We didn't get murdered, right? Are we shocked? No, not really shocked, like I said. Desensitized would be the word. Desensitized. You just kind of go into like work mode. Like, okay, use force to quell the violence, restrain the suspects, set up a crime scene. You know, they put the yellow tape out on the streets. Well, they do the same shit inside prison. Put bags, brown bags, over the suspect's hands to trap any DNA, bloods, all the whole 9. Secure the weapon, call in ISU, call in the meat wagon, the coroner. I already told you guys this. Start your lieutenant, start the ADSEG placement, ASU placement notice. Dude, they're definitely going to the hole. They are going to the hole for committing the act of murder, right? It'll read something like this. Inmate such and such, CDCR number Golf 24198, 14-241 low. On this day, at approximately this time, you and such were observed stabbing inmate so and so in an upward downward motion. I'm a little rusty. Which ultimately succumbed to his wounds. You are being placed in the administrative segregation for homicide, murder of an inmate. Right? Boom. Now those guys expected to go to the hole. Those guys expected to kill that guy. Does every inmate intend on murdering somebody? No. And these are doozies, right? These are wobblers. These are doozies. Ooh, man. And these are shockers. Like, right before I left, actually probably 2 years ago, Bravo Yard RJD, the Woods, the Whites. Rarely talk about the Whites, but they be putting in work. Let me tell you, they be putting in work. They make the best weapons, right? The Whites make the best weapons. I know I'm going to hear a lot of, boo, culero, vete la verga, puto. But you have to understand, I've seen every race's weapons. Have you? Like, I've seen plenty of them, right? After the fact, during the fact. I'm pretty sure I have a good consensus of who makes the best weapons. They're all laid out in front of me. I'm like, oh, that's a white weapon. You can tell. They're just, they're not like this one. They're not like this one. Okay. That's really bullshit. Yeah, I got some other stuff too. Don't trip. All fake, right? Airsoft and airsoft accessories. So the whites, There was one associate for the Whites trying to make himself a heavy hitter of that organization. And when you're trying to make a name for yourself, man, you're going to do. My next video is how to become a heavy hitter. Right. My next video is how to become a made member of an organization. Well, Hector, isn't it like the old days where blood in, blood out, you have to kill somebody to get in? Oh, no. Times have changed, man. If you're good at making dope, selling dope, making money, rubbing elbows, kissing ass, you're going to get in where you fit in, my boys. Right? So times have changed. You don't necessarily got to kill somebody to get your way into a gang. But nobody told this white boy. He fucking went for it. So, told you Donovan's weird. A lot of weird shit happens. You had a white inmate that touched down on that yard that technically should not have touched down on that yard because of paperwork reasons, because of stuff like that. Dude should not have been on that yard. However, the dude got endorsed to that yard. The motherfucker got endorsed. He got endorsed. It is rumored to say that he was cell extracted out of whatever prison he came from, Solano or whatever the fuck, because he had fear in his heart that wherever he touched down, he was going to get murdered. Sure as shit. Motherfucker called it. Called his own death. I don't work there anymore. Not my fucking business. Wasn't even my yard. Go figure. So, this fucking young associate, white boy type, tattoos, straight torpedo, like, oh, this is it. This is my motherfucking ticket. This is my ticket to the promised land, right? It was him, the guy he did the assault with, and then a third white boy that distracted and initiated this attack. It was during evening yard. I was on A yard, Alpha yard. My homie's a lieutenant. He was on Bravo yard, this yard that it happened. In front of housing unit 6, 7, 8, 9. In front of housing unit 9. There's some tables right there. It was weird because the Mexicans and the whites started sharing tables. Well, basically, I should say the Mexicans imposed themselves on the whites' tables and took over. Kind of good strategy, right? Dominate, fuck it. Plus, you had heavy hitters on that yard. Mexicans and whites. You see the white older guy that should not have been on that yard walking the track. You see the two shooters behind him, the two white boys. One's an Aryan. Ooh, Aryan. Oh, fucker. Did I say Aryan? Aryan. The homie's name might have been Aryan. He was a white boy. Kevin, Aaron, Lyle and Menendez. You know what I mean. Motherfucker's an associate of some sort, right? Who said that? I didn't say that. Anyhow, motherfucker. This fucking third guy distracts the old man. I say he was old. He wasn't like crippled. He was middle age, elder age. And when he does that, he cracks him. This is how now you just became part of a murder. All this guy did, the distractor, was one punch in the face. Boom. The dude stumbles towards the yard. The white boy associate is on him. Boom, boom, boom. The other poor bastard white guy that was in there for a DUI and that was due to get out in a year was doing some weird shit. Like, holy fuck. He was like hitting the victim, but backing up for no reason because the victim wasn't fighting back. Or he was kind of fighting back, but when you're getting attacked, you're trying to fight off like a bear or some shit. He was hitting him like this, right? Like, how you see these stupid fights on the YouTube, like hitting him like this. And the one that was really booking him was that associate, for sure. Like booking him. The other guy was just throwing weenie punches. Sorry ass punches. Staff goes over there. I hear it on the radio. When I hear that they have weapons, I'm a little nosy. I get up and I walk over there and I see the responding staff there. I see all the inmates down. I see the victim. He just looks dazed, like he just got beat up, like any other motherfucker that just got beat up. And medical staff were there. Dude might have had that little gas mask, the little oxygen mask that the nurses put on him. But he did not look like he was gonna die. Let me tell you that. He did not look like he was gonna die. Just looked like he got beat up. Not even bad, just beat up, whatever the fuck. Stabbed for sure, because they said weapons. Oh man. They send that inmate, the victim, and the ETV, the emergency transport vehicle, the little ambulance for the prison. They send them to the TTA, the triage treatment area. Oh man. As soon as the ambulance comes, because we have to call in 911 for the stab wounds, an officer goes with that inmate out to the hospital. Well, they didn't even make it to the hospital. On the drive over there, the inmate expired, passed away, died. The officer gets on the phone, calls Central Control, and says, hey, this inmate just died. Well, now we have a murder. Just like that. I don't think they meant to murder him. Maybe that associate kind of, he didn't give two fucks. He was probably smiling from ear to ear. But you have to think about the other two guys that rode with that one. All one guy did was punch and distract, getting charged with murder. The other fucking idiot was hitting him like this and backing up. Excuse my language. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but how are you going to inadvertently get yourself involved in a murder? You can't bamboozle me to get involved in a murder. We're either riding or we're not, man. Just kidding. I didn't say that. We're not riding. That's a matter of fact, because it's illegal. So we won't be doing that. But you bamboozled me into a murder. You say you were just going to punch him a couple times. Now I am fucked. Now I am royally fucked for good, right? Yeah, the dudes got bamboozled. The associate knew what was going to happen. The other two didn't. Staff is like normal program. Now, when it comes to being a lieutenant and reading the lockup order, I told you guys the ASU placement notice. It is part of their rights, that we have to let them know what they're an ADSEG for. So how do you think that went? How do you think that fucking conversation went? I'm not going to lie. There's kind of some like sick, sadistic thing where like me and other lieutenants, it's like, hey, we want to see this dude's reaction. We want to see this young kid's fucking reaction when we read the lockup order. Hey, such and such so-and-so, you are being placed in administrative segregation for the murder of inmate Smith, the murder of inmate Jones. The look on their fucking face, it is like denial at first. Like, what? No, he didn't die. Oh, bro, he fucking died. And then, I'm telling you, it's a weird thing, right? You didn't mean to kill this person, but you just rode with somebody that did mean to kill this person. That is something right there. There's something there that I'll remember that sticks with me. The look of like, and I seen this recently on a YouTube video. This chick was DUI, killed 2 fucking people, drunk as fuck. You imagine waking up in the hospital or waking up in jail and they say, what are you here for? Or what am I here for? Oh, you killed fucking 3 people last night. That has to be the worst fucking feeling. That's why I don't drink anymore at all. I got 12 years coming up on 13 years of sobriety. Ain't trying to drink and drive or do anything crazy. So, no, murder is not a big deal in prison. It's actually normal, and that's sad to say. The message for today is, my mom always used to tell me, Hector, be careful who you hang out with. Be careful who you hang out with, because if they get arrested and you're with them, you're going to jail too. And I didn't believe it. Right. Then we did a beer run and I went to jail for a week. Anyhow, you better be on your fucking P's and Q's, especially nowadays, man. Out in the streets, The chances of inadvertently doing something stupid as fuck that is going to change your life forever, it's there, right? It happens. And the inmates used to say to us, too, the only difference between us and you is that we got caught. You guys do plenty of stuff. And that's true. A lot of green members do a lot of dumb shit. And it's just that. Everybody's just that fucking far away from making a fucking mistake of a lifetime. With that, keep pushing forward.